Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, wherever you may be on this stamp collecting world of ours. And stamp collecting is fun, and this is Stamp Collecting Fun Person back to look at some stamps, would you believe? But what is this I have in front of me? Well, it's a duplicate book, 100 leaves in duplicate it says, and it says here, silver something, 704393 Shenfield SS338. I don't know what any of that means, but this has come into my possession, courtesy of a good friend of mine, Ian, who found this amongst his own collection and handed it over to me. So we'll have a look at what's in it. It is stamp related, as you shall see, but we'll have a little look at what somebody has done with regards to their stamp collecting. Love 'em or leave 'em, love 'em or not. So it's a Sylvine, of course it is. It's a duplicate book for business. So immediately, wow. Okay, so we've got Albania, so it looks like an alphabetical order with regards to creating an album out of a duplicate book. Well, that's a nasty old rip there. There's a tear there. It is gummed on, so it's licked or glued on, and I suspect most of these will be. So this will have to remain an item in its own right. Nobody will be reefing any of the stamps out of this book, I suspect. And it's his own collection, and what he wanted to do with it was gather stamps and gum them down, which is his choice. Here we have a nice Guernsey stamp on paper, Alderney. I do have Alderney. I don't have this stamp though. A gull. Plenty of gulls. And here we have Andorra, the Principality of Andorra. Ships and yeah. So that's an interesting start. Bit of a mess going on there. Australian Antarctic, I would have liked that one. Can that be? Now I've said I won't be reefing them out. Hell, the temptation is strong in this one. But if I do, it'll possibly destroy the whole... Ooh, it may come out. Australia living together, productivity, birds, Richmond Bridge, butterflies. I do have this. Starfish, maybe. Birds. Next we have Australia continued. Nice. That's nice. Very nice. Orchestra. So, ancient and modern. Australia Day. 150th anniversary of Western Australia. Of course, the states of Australia had their own stamps, introduced their own stamps initially. Victoria, New South Wales, and other states. And ultimately they all joined together to produce one. Now that's a Lucy. And it's Malta, so it's been shoved in there. So I'll shove it out and put it with Malta when we arrive at Malta. So we're seeing a lot of stamps here. Nothing old, all modern. The writing is pretty old as well, so I'm not sure if it's an old person who's doing this or a... Yeah, there's a lot of Australia. Oh, here's another Antarctic one. Mawson stamp. I'm not sure I've got that in it. Oh, it's come out. Yeah, you can see that it's been in here a while, and it's been not really looked after in as much that it's probably been kept in the sun, or it's in damp conditions in a garage maybe. So it may be falling apart. I don't really want to... If I do take that, I will be replacing it with something else because I want the book to be intact. I say book, it's an album. So a number of Australia pages. Nice old Christmas stamp. And then we have a couple of blanks. So we've got that's page 4 there. Now we go on to Austria. Some common Austrians here. So there's nothing old in these books so far. Have these been pulled? I don't know. But it's pretty full. Okay, there's this here. You know, my suspicion is there have been other stamps in here that have been pulled. Now I said first of all that they have not been pulled. Belgium. What have we got here? Santa Lucia. So keep that out. And we've got a loose one here, which Österreich, keep that out and replace it. Something missing here, though I suspect these may have just fallen out rather than be identified of any value. And a lot of these stamps are on paper anyway. Bulgaria. And a nice airmail sticker there. Benin. Look at those birds. Nice cancel, nice pair. Canada. The Caymans. So they're all in, you know, alphabetical order. This, I like it. It's a sweetie. It's cute. It's innocent. It's naive. Cyprus, these are commons. Czechoslovensko. That's Slovensko there. Czech Republic. So yeah, it's post 90s. You know, it's around about the 90s that this was done. Wow. We have a bit of a sticky problem in the Republic of Ireland. Will it come out? Yes. Era. Noleg. 1966. These are Noleg. Egypt. France and Marianne's. Look at that. I'll have to check mine. I'm sure I've got most of these coats of arms. De Gaulle here. Be an anniversary one. France. Someone was getting a lot of the French, and yeah, the backs. Maybe it's just bled through a little bit more than anything else. We'll continue. Germany calling. Nothing really to see here. I do not have that. Jib. Ghana looks to have been thieved out there, so that's to be noted. Gibraltar, I don't have many Gibraltars. Greece. I have a lot of Greece. Jersey and Guernsey. Holland. Well, I would call it Netherlands, but he calls it Holland, that's fair enough. Hong Kong. Hungary, Magyar. India. Isle of Man. Iran. Or Iran. Italy. A lot of these Castillos. Castile ones are very, very common. It's, to all intents and purposes, this is an arts and crafts album. Similar to mine when I was getting those arts and crafts and loading them into albums. Latvia and Lithuania, those are, I haven't got, there's not a lot that reach me. from those countries. So we then go to Luxembourg, always very posh stamps. Malaysia. Malta, so that Maltese one has to go there. Put it there. We'll put it there for cash. Oh, the page is a little bit torn there, so maybe that's Morocco, Nigeria. Yeah, so you get the idea. Noreg. It's funny that it's the second Noreg stamp I've seen in the last couple of days. Only ever had one Noreg and then two in 2 days. Pakistan, Polska, Poland. Yeah, there's nothing of any date or value in here, but it's an. Oh, hang on a minute. Hang on just a second. What have we got here? Part Avion, Southend-on-Sea District Chamber of Commerce. Russia. Ooh. Suddenly, there's a bit of postal history going on. From Russia to Southend-on-Sea. Westcliff-on-Sea. And again. And then he stuck a couple of stamps over it to hold it in. So he's used stamps here to hold in the cover. That is interesting. And another. Now that's a cover. That's seems to be a cover over a cover. We won't disturb it, but look at this. Russia. That is interesting. And then we have Russia and CIS. Singapore, Slovenia. So a lot of countries have done very, very well. Republic of South Africa. Spain. The Franco ones and the King's ones are very, very common. See, this has come off here. I think that belongs there. I'll stick that back on later. Sweden, Sri Lanka, Switzerland, Syria. Someone disciplining a boy. Football. Thailand. Trinidad and Tobago. USA, getting a lot of coverage here. Then we're at United Kingdom. Well done. Again, there's nothing. Oh, hang on. LSD. That's stuck in, that is. Penny red stuck in. Concord falling out. Hello. Loose ones. Yeah, very, very commons. Common. As they will be stuck in later. So Royal Mini, Rose, Britannia. Jesus is alive. I doubt they'd put that cancel on today. Well, that's nice to see. Yeah, again, so a lot of English. Mr. Quelch and Billy Bunter. I was wrong there. It's something else from a comic. Dennis the Menace. So loaded up a lot of stamps, loaded up Roland Hill. And there's his penny. Oh, it's not a penny black. Oh, we've got a nice little cutout here. I always love these little things that pop up. Collectors Gan second class being first class. These unfolding. Saying collectors gamble on second class stamps being first class price. That's interesting. And on the other side, there's a couple of managers and that. Milton Keynes, Benfleet. That's a nice little thing. It's all history. Postal history. Now, I think we'll come to the end now. So that is it. So, we've got these to stick back in. That's a very nice example. There's still plenty of pages which I may use. What I'll do is I'll just load these into these other pages. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you found that of interest. It's a modern idea of it's probably a 90s thing. 90s, 2000s example of a album using gum or glue to stick stamps in. Some on paper, but some just basically glued. The only one of any age was that Penny Red, but a nice sweetie of a thing. Worth keeping and worth treasuring. Somebody's work, and we'll stick these, or when I say we, it's the Royal We. We'll stick these in and complete the album, make sure it's okay. Okay, I'll talk to you very, very soon. Thanks for watching, everybody, and bye for now. Goodbye.